Welcome to our Tiamo Capital Mentor Finder podcast. I am with me a man I regard as my mentor, a professional speaker, a aircraft maintenance engineer by profession, an entrepreneur. He founded Mentor Finder and Transform Nation. I must say, check them out on Facebook. Welcome, Bheki Ngomane.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Yes. So, for the benefit of everyone, today, what's on the plate, we will be talking mentorship, right? And Bheki, I want to start off by asking, what is mentorship? Can you tell us what is mentorship and also contrast it against coaching?
Wow, that's an excellent question. It comes up a lot, especially when people talk about mentorship and coaching.
Yeah.
And most of the time, people interchange the terms coaching and mentorship because they are very much closely related. I'll give you an example. You see, a coach will coach you on a certain outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you want to learn how to speak.
Yes.
A coach will sit you down, coach you on that particular thing, and you go get your outcome. A coach in soccer, for instance, will get to you in the game, will be with you through training and get to you in the game and tell you exactly what to do. These are the do's, these are the don'ts, this is how you must perform on the game. He comes up with a game plan and then you go play.
Yeah.
Now, a mentor is someone that would hold you by the hand from the onset. So a mentor would get to know what your goals are, where do you want to go, and hold you by the hand to achieve all your goals. And that is not just your goals. He will also give you just the for lack of a better word, he would also give you a broad mind of about life, about the business that you are in, or about anything that you want to be mentored in.
Yeah.
He would hold you by the hand and take you. But now and then, a mentor would be able to give you coaching sessions.
Yeah.
Let's say you are looking for a particular outcome in your business. You want to grow your business. You want to increase your customers, or you are going to make a presentation, and then your mentor will come in as a coach and sit you down and say, okay, this is how you can do it.
Yes. So broadly speaking, you are saying mentorship is holistic, looking at your life, your goals, and other aspects of your life, right? While coaching is focused on a specific goal, and the coach would hold you accountable to achieving that. Am I right?
That's an excellent way of saying it. The coach would set with with a coach, you'd sit down and you'd have specific outcomes, and obviously you would have a certain tool to measure yourself. And after that, after your performance, your coach will come back to you and hold you accountable to you. So, like I said, your mentor will sometimes act as your coach.
Yeah.
However, mentoring doesn't stop there, because mentoring it goes with, like you said, a holistic view.
Yes.
And after you get your outcome, we would then ask you, how did you get this outcome? Do you know what got us here?
Yeah.
Let's see how we can get it better. Whereas a coach would say, okay, fine, go back and do it again, or something like that.
Yeah. So Bheki, I am an entrepreneur. Why do I need a mentor? How is that going to benefit me?
That's an excellent question. Honestly speaking, I would say not only entrepreneurs need mentors,
Mm-hmm.
but more than anyone else, entrepreneurs need mentors. As you know, the old addict that goes like, for every 100 businesses that are started, and 95% of them fail.
Sure.
And most of the time, the cause of that is because people want to do it by themselves. Now, there's been people that have walked through the road that would be able to help you. And as people, it's just human nature that if there's no one holding you accountable and no one you talk to, and no one to help you to see your blind spot, it's easy for you to fail. So if there's someone that's holding you accountable on your goals, holding you accountable on your do's and don'ts, holding you and helping you, because most of the times, mentors, it helps if it's someone that's already in business or that's been in business. Then they can teach you through their experience, and they can talk to you according to their experience and show you the ropes. So more than anything, everybody needs a mentor. That's how I feel, and that's what I believe. If you're gonna go into any career, if you're gonna start a job, it's very important that you get under someone's wing and they mentor you into that job. If you're going to go to any class, it's very important that if you're going to go to any sport for that matter, it's very important that you go under someone's wing and learn. But the failure rate of entrepreneurs makes it most important for entrepreneurs to get a mentor and not to overlook it, because entrepreneurs are people mostly who like to go do it themselves most of the time, and that's why they go into entrepreneurship because they don't like taking orders. They want to be free and they want to do things. They want to create things, and sometimes, as much as that is good, it helps when there is someone that's showing you the ropes, someone that you can stay accountable to. So it's very important for an entrepreneur to look for a mentor or get a mentor.
Yes. So you remind me of the saying "Motoke motokabatu," and
it's very true.
It holds true with me. I don't know what is the magic that happens, but when there's someone that holds me accountable, I am more likely to perform. I'm more likely to push myself. And I also believe that every entrepreneur needs a mentor as well as coaching.
That's very true. You struck an excellent point there, that when someone is holding you accountable, or if you talk to someone, then you perform at another level. Because people, for some reason, I don't know why we are like this. For some reason, we are willing to let ourselves down, but we are not willing to let someone else down. Get what I'm saying? That's why it helps when you get a mentor, because when you are going to let yourself down, you think to yourself, oops, but hey, I promised Amu that I was going to do this. Therefore, I have to do it because I had promised someone. But for some reason, it's easy for ourselves to let ourselves down. You promised yourself that you were going to do this. I'll do it tomorrow. And then because you don't owe anyone an explanation, then you just say, okay, I'll do it. And then tomorrow becomes, let's see if we can do it tomorrow. And that's where procrastination comes in. Whereas if you've got a mentor or a coach, or both for that matter, then it's you make that commitment to them. As much as you commit to yourself that this is what I'm going to do, then you also make that commitment to them that this is what I want to achieve. Hold me accountable on this. And then they can come back to you and say, hey, you said you were going to call so-and-so. Did you call him? Hey, you said you were going to achieve this by this time. How are you doing? And it puts fire under your feet to say, hey, keep going, because you don't want to let those people down.
Absolutely. And thank you for that, Bheki. So now I've realized that I need a mentor, I need a coach. How do I select a coach or a mentor? Can anyone be my mentor? Can my friend be my mentor?
Your friend could be your mentor.
Mm-hmm.
However, a mentor-mentee relationship, it's a magical relationship. That's my belief.
Mm-hmm.
Other people will go out and say, hey, please mentor me. Hey, please mentor me. However, most of the time, when I got myself mentors, I'll give you an example in a business that I was in,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I just got into business and started working. Someone noticed me and came to me and said, can I work with you? And someone that was experienced, that was in the traveling business that I was in, someone that was experienced, because he saw me working, and only to find out me and this guy's personality, we clicked, and he was able to help me. At my place of work, when I still used to work for South African Airways, I had a team leader. I try to do my best. I try to go an extra mile. But because of our personalities, we just couldn't click, and he couldn't be my mentor. And for some reason, I was moved to another team leader. The team leader saw my enthusiasm, saw that, look, this guy wants to do more. This guy asks questions. He wants to know more. Then he decided to put me under his wing. Most of the time, I know other organizations, they would pick and choose to say so-and-so mentor so-and-so. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't work because of the personality clashes, because we have to also look at that. But as an entrepreneur, to look to get a mentor, I would say get someone that's in business that you admire, right? Show them that you are working, do something. Now and then, give them a call and ask for advice. Because for some reason, entrepreneurs are very busy, right? And sometimes when you come to them and say, can you please be my mentor? They think of it as, sure, now I've got this responsibility and it's going to take my time. But if you see an entrepreneur that's making it out there, and you admire him, and you see that this person could be your mentor, you could start. It doesn't mean it will take off, but you could start off by do something, and then maybe launch a business. After launching a business, give him a call, tell him, look, I'm at the stage of launching my business, this is what I'm planning to do, can you please give me an advice? They advise you, and then when they see your enthusiasm and you coming back to them, they eventually get that satisfaction that, wow, I'm actually doing something with these skills. I'm actually imparting them to someone. And eventually that relationship turns into a mentorship relationship. I've never had a mentor that I went to and said, Coco, can you please be my mentor? For some reason, it hasn't worked. But if I keep asking questions and when people see, for instance, I'll give you this example. I can't remember where I had this example. You are driving along the N1. It's pouring. It's raining, right? A guy is stuck on the side of the road, but this guy is in his car. It's late at night. Late at night, there's no other cars. When you drive there, what do? You drive past, right? You drive past because you think he's doing fine. You know what I'm saying? But if you see the same guy, it's late at night, he's already pushing his car, and you are driving. Chances are you'd stand on the side of the road and say, hey, how can I help you? A lot of times we sit around and say, hey, please mentor me, but we're not doing anything. And people want an experienced entrepreneur won't waste his time with someone that's sitting. He's not doing anything. But if they see you that you're trying to push this car up the hill, it's raining, it's pouring, and they're like, okay, there's a guy that needs help. Someone wants to hold you by the hand and say, let me help you push the car. Let me pull you. Let me help you here. Let me help you here. Have you noticed this? Have you noticed this? Before you know it, you've got a mentor.
Yeah. No, true. Because, to sum up what you say there needs to be a natural connection between the two part, the mentor and the mentee. And, I remember asking somebody I looked up to become my mentor. And till this day, I first asked, and then it was via WhatsApp, right? I asked, and she ignored me. And then, maybe gave her a month and came back again, and she agreed. And nothing has happened yet. And I asked myself, what do I need to do, right? So I'm gonna accept your challenge. I'm going to show her what I'm doing and actively ask for advice. And I think that should work.
It definitely should work, because a mentor-mentee relationship is primarily run by the mentee, the enthusiasm of the mentee, the one that wants to be mentored.
True.
If he shows the enthusiasm, then he receives that same energy back.
Yes.
If you don't contact me as a mentee or as a protege, then I figure, no, he's fine. He knows what he's doing. Sometimes a mentee, one of my mentors actually said, look, I'm going to leave you on this one. I want you to bump yourself.
Yeah.
And after I bump myself, then I can come to him and say, hey, I bumped myself on the wall. How do I get out of this? Yeah. Sometimes you need those experiences. So a mentor-mentee relationship is run primarily by the mentee. You have to be the one that's asking questions. You have to be the one that setting up appointments. You have to be the one that comes back and say, okay, this is what I promised I was going to do. This is what I did. How do I get out of this? Then you'd be amazed. You would ask that one question, and then a mentor will come to you and reveal everything else that's happening around just that one thing. And then you realize, oh, I've been overlooking other things, because he's got experience. He's been where you are.
Yeah, sure. And a lot of mentees or people who want to be mentored miss this, right? I like what you're saying, that they are the primary driver of the relationship. And I like that you brought it home, but I want to go deep, a bit deeper. So tell us, Bheki, yourself, do you have a mentor, right? And how have you seen the difference in you through the mentorship relationships, if you have more than one?
Okay, I'm going to go back to when we were still in school. Most of the time, we never knew that we needed mentors. Most of the time, the primary question we used to get a lot is, who's your role model? And people will choose people from TV. Other people will choose their moms, their dads. And I had a lot of role models as a young kid growing up. It has pretty much shaped my life. But the problem with a role model kind of a thing, a role model concept, is you don't get to look at a person close, and it gets to a point where when they fail, then you are almost let down. You're like, if he can fail, if he is fail. Whereas a mentor-mentee relationship, it's a different one, because a mentor will open up to you and say, hey, I've also failed, and I've picked myself up this way I'm going, and this is how I failed. Watch this, watch that, watch that. So growing up, I had a lot of role models. My pastor being one. Some of my teachers and some of my uncles were my role models. And then when I got my first experience with a mentor is when I got into a network marketing business. right? I got into the business, and like I said, I started working. It was a network marketing business, which had to do with travel. I started working. And when people saw that I'm already working, I'm already selling the product without any help, someone reached out and said, hey, let me help you. At first I was like, but what's this guy trying to do? I'm already doing this. But then after he sat me down and sort of went through a coaching session with me for about an hour, then I realized, okay, this is what I need, because this is what I've been lacking. Because most of the times you find yourself, you are working, but you're not getting results, and you wonder why. And only to find that someone has gone through the road you're going through, and they can be able to guide you and help you. That's when I realized this is what I've been lacking in my life. Since then, that guy, we still chat now and then. He's been my mentor in that business, and in life, most of, in life, in most of other aspects. We still chat now and then on WhatsApp. Then I wanted to improve my speaking. I've always been a speaker. I'd love to believe it's a talent that I already have. But sometimes because your talent must not get you to a point where you are pompous or you are over what's
you
the
have
word
an
I'm
ego.
looking for?
You have an ego.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. There was a point where I realized, hey, to go to the next level of my life right now, I need a mentor. I need someone who can help me and guide me to get to the next level. And I won't say I approached someone. Actually, the guy that's my mentor right now in that aspect, I actually refused for him to be a mentor because he's a friend. So I told him, look, I don't want you to be my mentor. I want someone else to be my mentor because you are a friend, and I know I might disregard you. But I've realized that I've grown from that, because as much as he is my friend and he's actually younger than me, I am able to take advice from him because he's more experienced in that, and I'm able to grow from that. Right now, I'm actually, I won't say a mentorship relationship in leadership, but I would say a relationship. What do I call it? I'm looking for a word. An accountability partner relationship in leadership. This guy has been a leader and he's led organizations at high levels. Right. And I want to learn from him. But we are both leaders in the same organization. So I learn from him a lot, and he also sucks from me a lot. So it's a give and take relationship.
True.
So I wouldn't want to call it a mentor-mentee relationship, but I find myself that I learn a lot from him than he learned from me. It's sort of a accountability partnership that we have. Yeah, he holds me accountable on other things. I hold him accountable on other things. Then that's how we grow together.
And also
I found that very rewarding.
Also serving as a soundboard.
Exactly. Exactly. Because it helps. Sometimes a mentor doesn't. I know I mentioned earlier on that it has to be someone who's more experienced. It helps if it's that kind of a person. But sometimes what you need an accountability partner. Someone you can say, hey, I'm planning to do this. And this is where I am. This is what I'm going to execute. And that person can say, okay, good, go for it. Or that person is able to see your blind spots, stuff that maybe you might miss, and they might be able to say, hey, look at that as well. Look at that as well. While you are still looking for a mentor that you would really aspire to, get a soundbox, like you say, or an accountability partner. That person could be your peer. When I say peer, like your peer in terms of your experience in your business, but get an accountability partner, talk to each other. Okay, this is what we want to achieve. And we want to get to this.
So Bheki, last one. So how long should this relationship last, the mentorship? relationship?
It's basically between the mentor and the mentee.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically between a mentor and a mentee to
Mm-hmm.
take it. They might say, look, when you get to this point, we can still hang out and I can still mentor you. But at some stage, you will realize that, okay, I've learned enough from this person.
Yeah.
As much as I would want to keep them closer, I think I need to move a notch higher and learn from another, the next person.
Yeah.
Or a person so that's why most of the time you'll find yourself having more than 1 or 2 or 3 mentors.
Yeah.
Because at every level of your growth, you would need a certain mentor.
Yeah.
Someone who's at a higher notch.
Yeah.
Because that person can only get you up to this far.
Yes.
Not that when you get up at a certain level, you won't gain from him, but the growth won't be as massive.
Yes.
It would sort of plateau. So that would depend between the two of you. If you want to keep the relationship going, or if you want to now, even if you keep get another mentor.
Yes. So Bheki,
yeah, so
Mentorship Finder, tell us about it. Also, tell us, how do we get hold of you?
Okay, that's excellent. Mentor Finder is a concept that really stuck in my heart around 2016, 2017. Yeah. When I had, you may hear the word, it came from something that went viral around that time. It was called Blesser Finder. And I was like, geez, these girls have stooped down to that look, I'm gonna, and there was actually a Facebook page and a website where
I remember.
it was called a Blesser Finder.
Yes.
I was like, the reason these girls do this is because they don't realize that they can also be able to achieve the kind of success that their blessers have achieved, only if they take their blessers as mentors. So I came up with that idea to say, hey, what if I start something that's called Mentor Finder?
Yeah.
Then we can help you get a mentor. But then I realized, hey, as much as Amu needs a mentor to take his business to the next level, but Amuchelang can be able to mentor someone that's just starting up in the business. How about we create this whole, let's call it a platform, but there's another word I'm looking for. Let's call it a snowball. You know how a snowball goes. You push it down and then it grows. And how about we create this snowball of people that are mentoring each other? You mentor me, and then I mentor someone else, and we grow together like that. So that's how it is. And if you want to get a hold of me and you will need a mentor, get me on 0834895017, even on WhatsApp. We're still creating our website. Our website is still under construction. But if you really want to get a hold of us, you can email me at ngomaneb@gmail.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, Mentor Finder, like our page, and then we'll be announcing putting a couple of announcements and how to go about getting a mentor there.
Yes. So to everyone, that's it. Thank you, Bheki. Thank you for your time. Empower yourself by
grow your
being a
business.
mentor. Absolutely. Grow your business. Comment below.
That's awesome.
Cheers, Bheki. Keep well.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for this opportunity.
All right. Bye.